Hello, and welcome to the Drop a Stitch podcast.
I'm your host, Danny.
And I'm your other host, Natalie.
And in today's episode, we are talking about seasonal stitches, what to make for every season or for each season.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
Yeah.
We'll see if we follow the seasons or not at all.
Yeah. And sorry, guys, we skipped today. So we're recording today.
No,
you
we
guys
skipped-
are... Yeah, today.
For them, it's yesterday.
Oh,
We're
yes.
a day late. We're a day late
Yes,
posting your
so-
podcast.
That's right. So we missed yesterday. It is today. And
So
yeah.
confusing.
I know,
We
it's so
missed
confusing.
yesterday, it is today.
Basically, you're listening today, Saturday. We're recording yesterday.
Yes. So for us, it's Friday.
Yes.
Okay, enough of that. How was
Yeah.
your week?
It's been good, just very weird outside with the weather.
Oh my God, yes. We had a massive snowstorm from like Wednesday all the way to Thursday.
Yeah,
It
and
turned
today
into,
was
like,
raining.
snow today. It rained today. Yeah, not snow.
Yeah.
Rain today.
It
Yeah,
was like a
weird.
good chunk of snow, too. It wasn't like a light snow.
No,
it was
and it was like windy.
6 inches. Oh my gosh, was it ever? It's so funny because I always think like, man, why is it snowing in April? Like it always snows in
always
April.
My-
There's always one day that it's like if winter's back
My
and
uncle's
everybody's
birthday-
freaking out.
My uncle's birthday is on the 5th, and every year for his birthday or the day before, it snows.
Oh
So
my
I
God.
always know. I'm like, nope, it hasn't been his birthday yet. Like, that's what it was, literally.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was.
But aside from the
really-
weather, how was your week?
Oh, it was good. Just, busy, trying to get things done, feeling like I'm running late on projects, but everything's coming together. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. How was your week?
It was good. It was busy. I disappeared from the gram or anything else knitting
Yeah.
related because I actually put together my taxes, like my paper
Yeah,
for
we were-
my taxes.
We were talking about that last week.
Yes, what Danny did last week, I did this week, except with a
Yeah.
baby, it took me 3 days. Not like fully working on it. I had a full day to work on it, and then whenever I could, whenever he was napping or playing quiet. But I'm so glad it's done. Now I
Yeah,
can
I
just
know.
send him to my accountant and let him deal with the rest.
Yeah, and be done
But,
with
yeah,
it and just wait
it's-
for them to tell you how much money you have to send. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I
But,
already went through all the emotions, so
yeah, I'm mentally prepared to be hating my life, but we'll see.
I know,
Hopefully,
me too.
I'm like crossing my fingers that it's gonna be good news. So we'll see.
I know, me too.
Um,
I'm like, I'm preparing. I'm preparing myself for like a set number,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's below that, I'm gonna be really happy.
And
And if it's
above, you're gonna
more
freak
than
out.
that, I don't think it's gonna be more than that. But if it's more than that, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Same. And aside from that, we hosted dinner.
Oh, yeah, for
I
Easter.
cannot speak. We hosted brunch for Easter. I mean, we hosted Easter.
Oasted.
Hosted. It's too
Hosted.
late in the night. I cannot
know.
speak anymore.
It's 9:30, you guys, and
Yes.
we were supposed to start this podcast like an hour ago. We were just chatting.
Yes. 'cause
So then
this is what we
I
do.
just said to her, let's just click the record button and we just keep chatting but on the podcast.
Yes, we hosted Easter. We decided that we were taking over Easter.
Nice.
We're letting your parents do Christmas and all the like typical holiday and all the typical dinners and everything they do.
Yeah.
And we decided to change it up and do brunches. So we had 2 brunches for Easter back to back, which was really, really fun. So it was like a mad dash of like, let's clean the house, let's organize everything, let's prep some food, let's like figure out where we're gonna sit.
Let's get
this many
everything ready
people.
for tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was super fun. It's really nice to be like at the age and like the situation and like the family life where it's just like we can invite people over to our house now
Yeah.
for like holidays. It's fun.
Well, and also because you have the kids, you have a
Yes.
kid, so now people can come to you without you feeling guilty. Before
Yes.
it's like, oh, they have the kids, they have that, let's go to their house. We don't have little
Yeah.
kids. Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel the
so-
same way.
It's so nice. And like we're just hoping like that we're gonna make this a tradition. We're starting with like Easter is gonna be our thing, and we're gonna do
Nice.
brunches every year, and like next year maybe we'll start doing a little egg hunt. So
yes,
because we didn't really do anything this year.
No.
I mean, he's too little, but maybe next year. So we'll see.
Yeah, Isa is 21 or 22, 21 months. And she was like really into it. Last year she wasn't no.
But last year she was less than a year, yeah.
Yes, she was, probably like Deo, I guess. Kind
Like
of.
7-ish months, yeah.
Couple months older, maybe 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully next year.
And I feel like last year, Luca was the first year that he was really getting... Whenever he was like 1 and a bit, he wasn't like...
Yeah.
It wasn't really... He didn't know much. Last year, he was 2.5. So he really got like, oh, I need to get the eggs. And he really got them, put them in the basket. And it was fun. And then this year, obviously, he's 3.5 now. So he's like... Everything was... Them. Oh, yeah. He was like... But it was so cute because... I thought that he was going to get all of them, but then he actually grabbed some and gave them to his sister because he knew she was small. He's such a freaking angel. Like he's such a kind kid. It's unbelievable. Like I'm so afraid that people are gonna take advantage of him because he's such a nice and gentle kid. Like he's really caring.
Yeah.
So I'm always thinking like, man, the moment somebody or a kid does something, I'm gonna forget their kids. I'm just gonna go and beat the crap out of them.
Danny,
I'm sorry, I just can't. It's your little baby.
I know the feeling.
I know. Okay, so what are you working on?
Same thing.
Are you still working on the sweater?
I honestly only ever pull it out when we do the podcast, so it's actually pretty amazing that I'm like this. I know
that. So that's a podcast project.
That's my podcast project because I don't have to think. I don't have to like do anything. I can just knit.
Yeah.
For the part that I'm
until
on the body.
You get to the sleeves.
Yeah, but then it's not too bad.
No.
I have like 3 more inches to go on the body, and then I have the ribbing.
Okay.
And then it's onto the sleeves. But I'm really excited. Speaking of today's episode, I'm really excited to like get this sweater done because it's made with it's the Flax Light sweater. And it's made with this, like, I think it's alpaca and cotton yarn. It's like
alpaca and cotton?
I think so. I don't know.
Ooh. Is that a yarn that you got when we went to Calgary, like, many months ago? Are you serious? Oh, my God.
Illimani Sabri is what it is. And it is 85% organic cotton and 15% baby alpaca.
Ooh.
It's super freaking soft.
Nice.
It like drapes so well, and I like cannot wait to see how it's gonna turn out. So
nice.
Yes, it's like I want to wear it like this spring/summer. So I'm like, I need to finish it.
Nice.
What are you working on?
Nothing.
Danny,
I know.
What kind of knitting and crocheting podcast is it if you're not working on anything?
I know. I need to cast on the sweater, like the Christmas sweaters, to have it.
Yes.
To do the same thing as you, to have it in here, just mindless, just knitting and crocheting. I just haven't had the time to do that.
By next week, you got to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have it done, ready for next week. But latest project behind me, if you're watching on YouTube. Also, I'm really sorry. I've been a little bit bad at uploading on YouTube. I'm still missing a couple episodes, so don't hate me. I'm going to post them this weekend for sure. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, this is the pattern that I have been working on, and I have been teasing everybody on Instagram. It's so
nice.
It's so funny because whenever I don't have a deadline or I don't have a set date, like, you know that a lot of people put themselves like dates to post something to gather attention and people are excited for that date. I hate that.
Yeah.
So I don't do it. Whenever I have a pattern, I post it and I'm like, it's gonna be ready tomorrow, and everybody's like, whoa. But for this one, because it's a kit with Lion Brand, they sent me the yarn, I made the blanket, it's done, and it's gonna be live only the 18th of April.
So it's ahead of time.
So I have all this time to make the blanket and all of that. Like the assets are due next week, so like I need to get it done this week, but it's available for everybody else the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I want to share everything, I want to show everything, but you're not getting the pattern until the 18th, you know?
Yeah.
So like it's funny because everybody's like, so when is it? So now I get why people put a date, so then people can just gather that, you know, like
that momentum,
that
like,
momentum,
oh my God, I need to,
so like it's really cool. And even I'm like that, I'm like, I just can't wait. And I have so many patterns that I want to make with this specific design, like stitch combinations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one of them today, well, I had to do a video for Michael, so I was like, I also want to try a border that I haven't tried before and that I see everybody making it, and I'm like always a little bit hesitant to make. I'm gonna show it on the camera. It's, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see it. If not, it's the pom-pom border, which I find so freaking cute. Like, it's freaking cute. But I'm always thinking, for a blanket, wouldn't your fingers or a baby's toes or something just get in these little things? That's why I'm always hesitating to...
I mean, to me, it's not worse than the stitches in the blanket. Plus,
that's true.
You can, like, if you're people that are fidgety and like need to play with something, like you can just play with the pom-poms.
Yeah, but then if you let's say this is a blanket, if you pull it on you and you have freaking pom-poms in here, is that not like, doesn't bother you?
No, you just fold it over,
I guess. But anyways,
it's no worse than a blanket with tassels or like,
yeah, I know,
what do you call the other ones where it's
fringes? Yeah, so I made this. It's like a mug rug, which is super cute. I put it on my desk and I can put my mugs on it. It's so cute. And I wanted to try the pom-poms. They're super simple to make, which is crazy to me. And then I made another one with a modification. Wait, it's upside down. A modification of the border that I made for the actual pattern.
Okay.
So I wanted to try making one extra chain in here so it looks more bumpy than the one for the blanket. And that's one of the things that it's cool about making a pattern before you write the pattern or posting everything, because you can switch things here and there to make them perfect or to make them more, to make them nicer. So that's one of the things that I'm going to change, even though I didn't make it in this one. I swatched it on this one and I like it way better.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing. So that's what I did today. And then, that's that's not what I'm making now. I did it today, so I don't know if it counts. I hope it counts.
Sure, we'll count it.
Okay. Now you need to tell me.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you bought this week. That's what you were going to ask me, right?
Yes. I was like, tell us about it.
Yeah, tell us about what you bought.
But tell us.
Okay,
no,
you first.
The fun thing I bought this week, I actually haven't received it yet. But I bought the Our Place mini, like, pan and mini pot. I have the big pan and the big pot from about a year ago. And I use them all the time, except for when they're way too big for whatever I'm cooking.
Yeah.
So I was like, I hate my normal pots. Like, they're cheap pots that I bought and pans that I bought, like, when I first moved out of my parents' house. They're, like, scratched up. I'm just like, I'm over them. So I was like, instead of investing in other ones, I might as well just get the matching minis for the big ones. Yeah. So that's what I did. So now I'll have the whole set. And yeah, I'm super excited to get them and test them out. But yeah, if you probably, everybody's probably seen them on Instagram. They keep popping up everywhere on my.
Oh, they're probably going to pop up now.
Yeah, now that we talked about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. You will get Our Place ads from me. Because we talked about it.
Yeah, they're super cute. I might consider.
They're like you should. They're super like, they have so many like features. You can cook so many things in them. Like, they have like the pan has a steamer. Like, the pot, you can like pour out water or whatever. Like, you don't need a strainer. Like, you can rest your spoon or your spatula on it with the lid. It's like, it has so many like features, and like they thought about it, and it's like super cute and trendy colors. So
that's amazing. I love that.
Really fun. Yeah. What did you buy this week? Tell us about it.
Okay, so this is also something I bought not this week, but I received it this week. And I was influenced by Tony from TL Yarn Craft. I mean, she wasn't planning on influencing anybody. She was just posting a story, and I'm just so like...
Detective, what is she using?
Oh, yeah. And I seen that I think she was showing her nails that matched her keyboard. And she showed her keyboard, like, under. The main focus was her nails, but I seen the keyboard, and I was like... I just instantly DM'd her, and I was like, girl... the keyboard, I need a link. Yeah. And she was like, here you go. She sent me the link, and she's so freaking beautiful. I was telling Nat, it just brings me back to the early 2000s when I was in school, probably in like 5 or 6th grade. Mm-hmm. Or even younger than that. I can't even remember. Probably younger. Probably even 4th grade, now that I think about it. So probably like 1999. No, early 2000. I'm not that old. And we had those huge box computers with the mechanical keyboards. And oh my gosh, this is just the combination of old school with modern. It's got the lights. It's got the colors. Yeah. It's got everything. And now you guys want a little ASMR? Keyboard ASMR. Okay, listen to this. Oh my gosh, I just cannot with the friggin' and it's heavy too. Like it's not it's not a cheap keyboard, but I was like, I friggin' work on my computer all the time, all day. Not all day, but like literally the work that we do. I get messages sometimes, people like, oh, you're so lucky. You must knit and crochet all day, every day. I wish. Yeah. Like, literally what we do is, I would say, 85 to 90% just computer work. And the rest is, like, you make the thing once and that's it. Yeah. So, like, I was like, it's worth it. And it's a write-off because it's for my business.
Now that we're talking about tax season, write-offs.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm just going to get it. It's so freaking cute. I love it so much. And I'm just typing, and I'm so excited to keep typing. And I don't have to write anything else, but I just want to keep typing more. I'm like, what else should I write on this blog post today?
Yes, it was so funny. Like, back then, it was like, oh my God, like, the new keyboards are so slim. They're so slick.
I know.
And now it's like, I want the big, chunky, bulky one from back in the day.
I know. Isn't it ridiculous? Before, the flatter, the better. Yep. Like when they were just, because I have my Mac and it's just like literally flat. Yep. And that was like, oh my gosh, you have a flat keyboard or whatever.
Yep. And now it's like, I want to go back.
But I think it's with everything though, not just the keyboard.
But trends keep like they come and go.
They just keep circling. Yeah. Like it's just funny because we're seeing a lot of things that were like from back in the day. Like, do you know those the sneakers that had like a big platform back in the day? My sister used to wear them all the time. I was still young when that was a teenage thing. Mm-hmm. But I remember my sister wearing them, and now they're all back in style again. Like, I used to make fun of her so bad for wearing that, and now they're back. It's like, I'm not buying it. I'm not.
No.
I can't. But anyways,
life is funny. But let's get into today's subject.
Yeah, which is, what the heck do we make on
for
spring?
The different season?
On spring and summer.
In spring and summer.
Yeah, because we all know what to make for winter, even though we're gonna say it and mention it. The main question that people ask a lot is that, what do I make on spring and summer? Mm-hmm. Specifically for people that want to sell at markets and they have no idea what to make. They don't like making plushies or whatever. So, some ideas. What do we make?
I mean, I think this depends on... sorry. This depends on if you're making... Like, if you're doing markets in the fall and winter... In your spring and summer, you're most likely doing market prep, especially if you're doing bigger markets. So let's say we're not doing that, and let's say we're looking for like today items and tomorrow items.
Yeah.
and not like, because I mean, you can be making hats and scarves all year long if you want. They're gonna sell at markets.
Yeah.
But you've done, what was it, a summer market before?
I did one summer market when I was pregnant with Isa, and biggest regret.
Yeah.
One, because it didn't go as good as I planned or as I was thinking. Two, because I was heavily pregnant. So I was at one point almost falling asleep on the table. Like literally, Natalie. I could not keep my eyes open to save my freaking life. So I just, I was like, I'm never doing this again.
But what did you make?
So for that market, and the thing, I obviously sold things, so I can see items that sold. I made a ton of pacifier clips. That's when I made my patterns. I made a couple of patterns I have for pacifier clips, and I also think that the packaging that I made was super cute and it was super giftable. So like,
Yes,
people really gravitated towards those because they were like, I don't know, almost from like a retail, whatever, like the packaging just made
the way you present things often very highly impacts how it's received by people.
Yeah, because if you just have it there, like just hanging or just laying flat on the table, not everybody's gonna see it. So like, I just had it raised on one of those IKEA boards, and they were hanging, different colors and stuff. And like I said, I had a super cute packaging, super inexpensive. I made them myself. But they looked more elevated, so I had those pacifier clips. They sold really well. Then I made a few bows for baby girls with the panties elastics, like those nude elastics that you put around. I sold a few of those too, not as many as I thought I would. And then I had baskets from when I used to make baskets like ages ago, and my handbags and clutches. I think that's what they're called, clutch.
Yep.
From also like 6-7 years ago that I used to make them, and I still had them in a box, and I was like, I'm just gonna bring them. I sold a few of those. Baskets are good, especially when you tell people how to use them. So like, I made small ones, and I put little plants in it, like those IKEA plants, the little succulents. I put those, and then another baskets, and you have like baby stuff or whatever. When you tell people basically how to use them, it's just easier as if they just see a basket. What else did I have? I had like summer bonnets for babies.
Okay, cute.
For baby girls or baby boys, I had different patterns and different colors, and they were all made with cotton specifically for summer. I had that. What else did I have? I can't remember. I had some hats and stuff, because I was like, well, there's gonna be somebody that's still gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna get it for winter.
Yeah.
But what else did I have? I can't remember right now. I'm trying to think. I was probably falling asleep, but I can't remember what freaking had. I don't know if I had plushies, to be honest.
I don't think so. I don't think the craze of plushies was there yet.
What? No, it wasn't. Oh no, because this was 2022. It's like,
I think it started
2
like
years ago. Oh my
after.
God. Well, that's true, because Isa's gonna be man, time is freaking flying way too fast. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, that's true. So that was like before the summer of 2022. Yeah, no, I can't remember what else. Did you do any summer market?
I haven't. I'm doing one, like a spring market next month.
Okay.
Because I was curious to see how that was going to go.
Yeah.
It's a small one, so we'll see. But for that one, I'm basically only bringing plushies.
Okay.
Because it's geared more towards like kids and families. So I'm figuring that would work. But I think doing anything that's like, because like obviously when we're knitters and crocheting, we're thinking about like sweaters, blankets, hats, scarves. Like that's kind of what comes to mind.
Yeah.
So like those are obviously more like, fall and winter wear more so than spring and like summer. But I think like if you're talking making for yourself or whatever, like I think there's like you can do many of these things in a lighter weight or like yarn or in like just a different fiber, and that would be
that will
enough. Like,
change everything.
I'm the type of person that will use blankets year round. Like I don't
Oh, yeah,
care
me
if
too.
it's summer, like especially if you have like the air conditioning on. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's I'd rather be like wearing like even now, like at this time of year, like spring is around the corner and I'm wearing like short pajamas and I'm like, I want a blanket. Like I don't want to be wearing like big summer pajamas anymore, or big winter pajamas. I'm wearing shorts and I want to use a blanket, you know?
Yeah.
In the summer, you just use a cotton blanket instead of like a freaking wool blanket. And then it's nice and breezy and like it covers you, but you're not dying of heat. So it's like perfect.
Yeah.
So I think like that's the main thing is no matter what you're making, like look at your fibers.
Yeah, okay, but now aside of markets, because we all know like whatever you want to make for markets, it depends a lot too on what you like making and what you don't. You know, like we said it before, you shouldn't be making to sell things that you don't like making, because that will make you hate what you're doing really quick.
Yep.
But what do you make like for yourself? Like if you have to make as a designer patterns, or if you want to make something for yourself at home, what is something that you always make?
For me, for spring, like my mind goes to exactly, you said it, like home, like you know, like spring cleaning, you're decluttering, you're like doing things, so it's like coasters
home decor.
And like I have like basically these coasters that I made bigger to put under my plant pots, so they don't like, you know, if I like move them and stuff, they don't rub on the surfaces, like or like plant pot covers, or like, you know, like placemats, or like what do you call them, like the table, the rectangular
table runner
thing? Table runners, or like anything like that, like house stuff is like what my mind goes to. Even like like wall decor, like not macrame, but like, you know, they have like crochet version that look like macrame and stuff like that. Like it's spring, you're cleaning your house, you're like opening the windows, letting fresh air in, like to me that's like spring wise, like that's where my mind is.
Me too. That's what I do too. Like I tend to do a lot of home decor for the spring and summer. I haven't done much garments for the summer, but I'm thinking this year could be the first year that I actually publish a couple of patterns that are more garment.
You have one from last year. I know. From 2 years ago.
From 2 years ago. I have one.
It wasn't last year.
No, because Isa wasn't born yet. I was in Chile when you went to. I was in Chile when I made it. Luca was a baby, so it's like it's a very old pattern that I think I might still have the notes.
If not, you need to figure it out.
And I have the thing that I made. It's like a beach cover, and it's super cute. It's super nice. The only thing is that it's a yarn that I bought in Chile, so I can't recommend one from here.
You can do an equivalent.
Yes, because it's like, I think it's like lighter than DK.
Yeah.
Do you think? It's the same cotton that we got this time when we went.
Yeah, I think, honestly, Peyton's Grace cotton. Like
it's like that?
I think it's very similar.
Okay. Yeah, that's the yarn that we got there. So I think I want to write that pattern. It's cute. But I don't know, because it's been so long that I don't know if I'm going to know exactly what I did and some modifications that I would like to make. Like, that kind of sucks whenever you make something and then you forget about it and you remember like years later. It's like, oh, shoot.
What did I do?
Yeah, I probably might make it again. We got yarn, so I might make like a nicer version. Even though I really like the stitch pattern that I made, so I might keep the stitch pattern, but just make it again and like, I don't know, tweak it a little bit.
Yeah, you should.
But that's
like for summer, like beach cover-ups, bags, like beach bags, or like whatever. Like I feel like those are super popular. I want to make, my goal for the summer for like pattern design wise, I want to make like a cardigan, like a lightweight like cardigan that like is just like, you know, there's a little chill, you just put that on, like
for sure.
I want to do that.
I want to make one too. That's the one that I was telling you about. If I was gonna use the cotton or the merino wool, I was debating. I might do the the cotton with Malabrigo. It's so freaking pretty. But the only thing is that when you do collabs with brands, you have deadlines, and that's like pretty much all you can do. You don't have time to make anything else.
Yeah.
So like I'm making all these patterns with Lion Brand, which I freaking love.
It's
you know, because it's amazing. You get they showcase your work, you get publicity, you get the yarn for free to make the project, and then you also get it for your blog, for your Instagram, for everywhere else. But I don't have time to make anything else. And I have all this pretty yarn that I want to use, but I don't have time to make it because I'm busy making things for these brands that are brands that I love and that I use all the time. But I still haven't gotten the call from Malabrigo saying that they want to do a collaboration with me. And they want to send me pretty yarn. They don't need that, but anyways. Not like they need any promotion. They're so good. But yeah, like, and even Lion Brand, they can just sell just like that. But
but it's fun for people.
It's fun,
to discover and like, you know, sometimes you see yarn and it's like, if you're not a designer and don't know how to create things, like you don't know what to do with it. So having kits and patterns already made with that yarn is just it makes it so easy. You can just like, okay, I like this, perfect, I'll get this yarn I've never used before, I'll try it and see.
It's really crazy how many people like kits. And how they just buy them just to give me the yarn, here's the pattern, done.
I mean, because we're in Canada, it's like harder. I think if we were in the States and it was easier to get the kits and like cheaper and like there wasn't all these crazy shipping fees, I think like a lot of people, I mean, I assume there's some people that are not like the rest of us and have massive yarn stashes of,
I know,
I thought this was pretty, so I bought it and I have no plans to make with it. Like some people are actually like, I'm buying this kit and making this with this yarn and then I'm done, you know? Yeah. So I think that's great for those people, or people that are just starting out too. You kind of get a kit, you have everything you need.
Yeah, and they tell you everything, how to make it. You have the yarn and everything. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I wanna make another. I haven't. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I did make a cardigan. A summer cardigan way back in the day. Okay, you guys, I have so many patterns in my Spanish side that I haven't translated and that I haven't wrote the English version way back in the day when my English wasn't good enough. So I did everything in Spanish, right? But it's just so funny to look back to it because you're going to laugh at me. I made this cardigan.
Okay.
And it was really good. It got super popular. I don't know if I translated it in English. I might have. I can't remember.
I don't remember seeing.
It's a white cardigan, and then I made it again in like this light green, but I made it with Bernat cotton handicraft or whatever that is.
Okay.
So like dishcloth cotton, nothing soft, the most rough cardigan that you could ever wear, but it was cute and I wore it so many times because I was so proud of it because I made it. It was the first cardigan I made. It was super simple. I think it was just double crochets, but it's like the perfect cardigan for beginners to just make a garment and feel good with yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you made something so simple but that you can actually wear. So I made 2 cardigans with that yarn. It's funny to look back and I'm like, why did I use that yarn? I probably didn't even know the difference before in like mercerized cotton and the non-mercerized cotton and, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm creeping, as we're talking, I'm creeping your Spanish one.
What, the YouTube or the...
No, your blog.
My blog? If you go to the very first, you will see it there. It's funny.
Yeah, I see it. It's the
But it's cute, isn't it?
It is cute.
Yeah.
You can like upgrade it with a proper yarn.
Yeah, I know, I should.
You made one with a hat too.
Yes, so I made the cream version, and then I made a second one, and the second one was basically to show people how to add a hood if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Which it was cool. I liked it.
And then you made tank tops. Like,
I made tank tops. I did crop tops.
yeah.
Yeah. So those are projects that are definitely what? Why are you laughing at me?
Because how did I not? You go to your Spanish account because I don't understand anything.
You
This
might.
is
You
so
speak
funny.
French.
Yeah. But I understand a bit of more Spanish now, so I can.
Yeah.
But it's funny to like. it's
Okay,
Baby
no, you guys.
Danny.
So Baby Danny, the Baby Danny designer from like 2015, 2016, it was just a very baby Danny designer that did not know about many things. And one of those being like that you cannot copy a pattern.
Oh, Danny.
I know. My first YouTube channel, my first YouTube video, because I started with sewing videos. My first video of crochet, I think, was one of Yarn Inspirations pattern.
Okay. Oops, Danny.
And they made they had like this little ghost coaster.
Okay.
And I just found it on the internet. I made it several times, and I was like, this is so cute. I'm going to make a YouTube video about it. It was a free pattern. I didn't even know about paid patterns, whatnot.
Yeah.
And then obviously later I found out, and I was like, oh shit, shouldn't have done that. Yeah. You live and you learn. But I learned really quick though. Like I knew that wasn't okay, and I was like, oh shit. And then it's when I started like creating my own stuff. But Baby Danny. So the things that I used to do before too for this summer was using a lot of t-shirt yarn. I used to use a lot of t-shirt yarn, and ribbon is the other like home decor kind of yarn.
Yeah.
So I used to make bags, baskets, dishcloths, the cotton cardigan, crop tops, when I also had the body to freaking model the freaking crop tops, because now you can't even pay me to wear a crop top. And what else did I make with t-shirt yarn? I made a lot of baskets, man. I made a ton of baskets, and I use them to these days. Like t-shirt yarn is such a freaking unknown fiber,
because we don't have it anywhere in store.
Not
Here,
in
at
stores,
least.
but they sell them online.
Yeah, they sell them online, but if you've never used it, you're like, it's kind of intimidating, right? It's big, it's bulky, it's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, like.
But it's so flippin' sturdy. Like you make basket with it. My baskets have not moved.
Mm-hmm.
Not even like a millimeter.
You've had these baskets since like as long as I've known you, and they're
and they are like
condition.
I made for the kids. I have them in here. Like I gifted them. They're just the perfect. It's the perfect material, and it's literally fabric. You can put them in the washing machine and they come out new. You know, like it's so good. But a lot of people like making just light garments for the summer too, and I find them really, really cute.
Yeah.
Like tops, crop tops.
I'm not a fan of
cardigans,
like, shorts, pants.
No,
I'm not a fan.
I have a pair. I have a couple of pairs. They're really cute, but not for these Danny body.
I made some knitted shorts. I made Katrina's patterns.
Me too.
Before.
I made them too. I tested it. I think.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
And they're nice.
They're super nice.
I don't have the confidence to wear them.
Me neither. Me neither. That's what I'm
Kids
saying.
Will
Like
do that to you.
Past Danny will wear them now. Like no, but pants. I just unless you
you're
have
going to like a retro 80s like granny power, like, you know, I don't know. No.
Yeah. And I think they look great. Like if you want to wear them, wear them.
Yeah,
if you feel like you whatever you do, you wear whatever you want. I personally don't like just be showing my meat. I don't want anything poking through in there. I just don't.
Yeah.
And I feel like with my
Skirts?
body type,
Why is that happening with my voice? Skirts, however, I actually like. I've seen a lot of like knitted or crochet skirts.
yeah,
Kind of like. I feel like it's better. It doesn't cling to, like, you can have like frilly skirts or whatever. Like, it doesn't cling
Yeah.
to your body as much. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's nicer. There's some really nice ones.
there are some really nice, but I can just
I still don't know
only
that I would make one
imagine
for me, but like,
how long it would take you to make one, especially
Yes.
if you're making like a maxi skirt.
yeah.
That would, if you think a sweater is long, imagine like from like if you want a high waist all the way down to your freaking, and you're tall.
Yeah,
You're
I
tall.
am tall.
If it was for me, then different. It's different, right? I'm only
Yeah.
5 foot, so you don't need that much yarn for my
I need
height.
to add 7 inches to whatever
yeah.
you make.
Oh heck yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
No,
so-
yeah. So okay, as a little recap for summer, home decor, anything.
no, spring home decor,
Oh, wait, what did I say?
summer.
Okay, yeah,
home decor,
spring home decor, summer,
beachy things,
beachy
like
things,
cover ups,
Uh-huh.
lightweight anything,
garments,
bags.
bags, yeah, anything that it's, or anything that it's more like something to use and not
Yeah.
to wear, if that makes sense. Like people
Yeah.
make covers for books or for your iPad, or like Natalie said, coasters, mug rugs, things to clean your house, or decor, baskets, whatever, even like rugs.
Yeah.
That you can make with
Actually,
t-shirt
yeah.
yarn. I've seen people making beautiful ones. I have one that one of my followers made for
Yeah.
me, and she gifted it back in like
It's so nice.
2016 or whatever. I still have it in my bathroom. It's the most beautiful thing somebody have ever made, and she made it for me. It's
So
just
nice.
it's mind-blowing. I should like take a picture and post it sometimes because
Yeah,
it's
you should.
so beautiful. And it's funny because I said I have it in my bathroom, but it's not like I don't have anywhere else in my house that I can see it all the time,
Mhm.
and it'd be worth.
And it's not
worth
like,
it,
it's
you
not
know?
like in your bathroom, like tucked hidden upstairs. It's in your powder room that everybody uses when they go to your
Yeah.
house.
And everybody sees this and commented, and it's like, "Did you make that?" I'm like, "No, I was gifted it." But yeah, and then for fall, here's the season that every knitter and crocheter loves, right?
Yeah.
That's when we
absolutely
start
everything.
getting cozy. That's when we start getting, everybody's like, "I'm getting over this summer. It's so hot. I can't wait to get cozy and for
Yeah.
the chilly weather and whatnot."
And then you make all
I'm
the
one of those
things.
people.
Yeah. Blankets, cardigans, sweaters, like hats, scarves.
You
everything.
name it.
All the cozy things. I don't think we need to give you guys ideas for fall and winter.
Yeah, for fall and winter. Yeah. But
But
like,
I think too, like for me, I feel like spring and summer is like where I like think through gifts. Like whether it's a new baby and you make things, or whether it like whatever. Like I feel like that's like the perfect time to work on gifts for people.
yeah. What is your opinion on people that likes making hats with cotton for
I mean,
summer?
There's a new trend with like the bucket hats and like whatever.
Oh yeah, the bucket, but that's like a summer hat. I'm talking
I
about
feel
like
that
a,
works, but like a hat would like not for me. I don't.
unless it's for
wear
a
hats in the
newborn.
summer. Yeah, but then again, even a newborn, like
I'm trying to
I mean, I
remember if I
guess.
put hat on Isa because she was born in July, like in the middle of the summer.
Theo was born at the beginning of September, but we were in a massive heat waves. Like it was 40 degrees out. It was stupid hot.
Yeah.
And I never put a hat on him because it was stupid hot. Like he doesn't need a hat. Like at first we try to keep him covered because they say with a newborn, like add an extra layer than what you're wearing. Yeah, no, like 3 days in, we're like, screw this shit. Like whoever came up with this, like he's hot. He's dying. Like, no, he's going to wear the same amount of clothing that we are or even less. Like, no
Yeah.
thanks. And
I don't
he-
think I
like,
follow
it-
that rule.
It depends on your baby too. Like Eric runs hot. Like Eric is always hot. So
Oh my
like,
God, that's
Dale
like Luca
clearly
and-
takes after him. So like I'm always cold. That's different.
Me too.
But like he wasn't. So like I think it depends on your baby too. But like
Yeah, Luca
No.
was. I think Kale is like that too. He's like really hot, and then Luca, he's the same. Like they both sleep like
I feel like it's a boy
fans
thing.
on and whatever. Yeah, because Isa's not like that. She's not hot.
Yeah.
She's
she,
always
like,
cold. Her hands are always cold, and I'm always cold.
Yeah.
Like the thing is that I'm not just cold because I want to be cold. Is I have low blood pressure.
Okay.
So like that makes me be cold. Like every time I go to a doctor's appointment or doctor or whatever, and they take my blood pressure, even when I was pregnant too, they're like, this is like so low. And I was like, yeah, that's normal for me. Like whatever, 80 over like 60 or even 50 something. I'm like, yeah, that's totally normal. And they're like, that's low. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But don't panic. That's my normal. Like
Yeah.
if it goes to the hundreds or even like the 90 something, the high, that's high for me. But that's why I'm always cold. But
Yeah.
but yeah, like Isa, she was born in July. I think I probably made a hat for her, maybe like a bonnet, cotton bonnet. Never wore it, like ever. So like I don't know if that's a good gift to give a baby that's being born in the middle of the summer. If you live
No.
somewhere where it's hot, I think I
would
only
more do like a
maybe-
cotton blanket or something, because then like
Yes.
you know, a windy day or whatever, that's perfect.
or the rompers that I made for Luca.
Yes,
Those
like
were so cute. I made one
rompers, little cardigans or sweaters.
I made
like-
one for Isa and got half through it, and I never finished it.
Yeah, I've
And I
made
think I've
zero
done it.
item of clothing fit you, and I don't even feel bad about it.
I feel bad about not making any for Isa because I made so many for Luca. But again, Luca was my first. You
had
always
all the time.
have so much more time for your first. You always make whatever for your first. And for Isa, I obviously made her a blanket. I obviously made her hats and stuff like that. But special things like the rompers or sweaters that I made for Luca, I couldn't because I had Luca already. So,
Yeah,
but I did make her one sweater with the kit that they sent me from Weird Knitters.
yes, that's true. That is
So I have one that I can say, hey girl, I made it for you.
true. Yeah,
But Luca, I made so many rompers for him.
know.
He's got so many and they're so cute, and I made him wear them and I took cute pictures. I'm really happy.
yeah.
And I think I might have put one on Isa. I think I did.
I think you did too.
The mustard one.
Yeah,
And I took pictures, but it was way too tight on her. But I still, I'm like,
it's gotta fit. I gotta take a picture.
yeah. But it wasn't in cotton yarn, though. It was acrylic, but whatever.
Yeah,
It's romper, so it's still light.
yeah.
But yeah, those are some ideas that you
Yeah.
guys can make.
And before
In
we
the
keep
spring and
rambling,
summer.
we'll cut it off here.
Yeah, because we could go on and on and on and on and on until like God knows
You
when.
guys are bored out of your mind and
Oh, yeah.
stop listening.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you have any questions, please feel free to send us a DM. You can find us on Instagram at Nidalico and at cj.design. That is DSGN. And how do you say that without the vowels? Without
The vowels.
the
yeah.
vowels. Because CJ Design was taken, so
Yeah.
to improvise. How improvise?
Yeah.
So yeah.
You can also email us at dropastitchpodcast@gmail.com. I have to think about it every time.
She almost forgot it. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anywhere where you listen to a podcast, please rate us 5 stars. That help us a lot, and it takes 2 seconds. And just please make sure you hit the 5 stars and not move your mouse or your whatever to the lower stars, because you know that can happen. It sucks. So please 5 stars.
Yes.
And yeah, if you guys have any topics, please send them our way.
Yes. And we'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.